What up? Let's tap into this energy of Satan. Today's Saturday. Let's dig right into it. Etymologically, Satan means opposer, right? Opposer. In Arabic, it's an evil spirit, right? Satan, El Shaitan. El Shaitan. That's in Arabic. Shaitan, Satan. It also has ties to Saturn, which is the God of the Old Testament God of the Bible. That can be tied back to Saturn. Jesus is the sun. Jesus is Jupiter. Saturn is the sun. Cognate of the sun, and the sun Apollo as well. Depends on Greek and how they've taken from the mythology from Greek and Rome. But Saturn's the Old Testament God of the Bible, and Jesus is the new one. And in Sanskrit, Sat means absolute truth. You know what I'm saying? Sat Nam and all of that. Absolute truth, right? So Sat is also Set, right? Sat is also Set. And in the Egyptian mythology, Set is the dude that killed his brother and he chopped him up in the pieces. His brother was Osiris. So he chops up Osiris, chops him into pieces. So that also links to the Kronos, the Zeus story in Greek myth, where Kronos was the Titan, right? The Titans who had gave birth to the gods. Then Kronos ate all his children, and Zeus escaped to some shit and broke his brothers out of Kronos' body, which is time. Kronos chronological. So Zeus ended up chopping up Kronos, the Titan, into small pieces, right? So that's how you get timepieces for watches, right? That's why everybody's running around wearing funky ass timepieces or expensive ass timepieces, chronological pieces to show you that you're in time. But Zeus chopped up time, so to speak, chopped up Kronos, which ties into which is in the Greek myth. But in the Egyptian myth, Set killed his brother, who's Osiris, right? Father Time, Kronos, Osiris, the god of death, so to speak, the underworld, all of that. So Satan is an energy in which humans have cultivated over time, created and cultivated over time. In our current reality, the energy of Satan, the biblical Satan, and the Roman Saturn is being used externally as a reference point for power in the physical world. Satan's obviously prince into this world, as it says in the Bible and all of that, a powerful opponent, powerful opposer, and we all know the ties that Saturn has in this world. Satellites and Saturn, and you know what I'm saying, all of the rituals and all of that being done to Saturn, being done for the rings, ring of power, marriage rings. Saturn is heavily ritualized in this world, which comes from Saturn is the Roman. Kronos is the Greek version. Saturn is the Roman version. Still time, Father Time. So humans have been trained over time to choose Satan as an external opponent. And then they go and use God, right? And, the current religion that they have now. Then they go and use God as a protector or savior from Satan. Like, oh, God, protect me from Satan. Satan is bothering me. Satan is hurting me. I need protection from Satan. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing they run hand in foot. They together. They the same energy. Same people. Two sides of the same coin. So you're being conned. Or once you realize, you know what I'm saying, you don't care about the quote-unquote good version, the sheep version, and you're still lost in the mythology, so to speak, or the energies that's floating in the world now, humans side with Satan via ritual, evil acts, pedophilia, murder, death, all of that, kill, in order to achieve success in this physical matrix. And we could all see, the war stories that happen in regards to the evil things that's going on in this world right now. So these choices keep humans lost and away from their true power. This true power comes from within. So Saturn is not necessarily an external opponent. It's running around. It's an internal opposing factor, like a polarity, so to speak. So our true power comes from within. So in my observation, you know what I'm saying, the mythologies, they change over time. And depending on who's ruling, or who, you know what I'm saying, who's on deck, who got the power, so to speak, which ruling parties, which military parties, who's running shit at the time, you know what I'm saying, the mythologies are going to change. So I just track the mythologies, which is, you know what I'm saying, the story of my story, so to speak, our story, right? The mythos, and all of that. And I just watch them as internal cosmic energies that are now played out in the world. So they're still pulling from these quote-unquote ancient energies of Saturn, Satan, Sat, and all of that, Chronos. And you see the energies clearly as an etymological standpoint, how they roll into the world. They just literally playing out. And mind you, Thanos, which is the current, he's a Titan. And what did he want to do? He wanted to control. He had death, so it was a cognate of Osiris, who was of the underworld. He had the time stone, that's Chronos as well. And a bunch of other energies which represent the chakras or the gemstones. And he wanted to balance the world by snapping his fingers, and you know what I'm saying. But he was considered a Titan, and then the Titan was taken out by who? Who killed the Titan? When if you watch Avengers Endgame, once Thanos did his thing, snapped his fingers, and then went to Endgame, they found him. Who was the one who chopped his head off? The god Thor. So it runs right back, you know what I'm saying, to the Zeus, because Thor is similar to Zeus. Boom, check out the lightning and all of that. Hammer down, lightning. So Zeus kills the Titan, which is it's all these same stories remixed. So if you like remixes, mythology is just remixes over time of energies that have been utilized over the course of quote unquote time, or existence, or whatever you want to call it, right? So Thanos is the Titan, Zeus, Thor is the one who actually killed him. And to give you more of that, Thursday is Thor's Day. That's Thursday, and that's in Spanish and Latin, Roman Latin. That's Jueves. Jueves is Jupiter. Jupiter is the Roman version, the Roman god of Zeus. Got it right there. So they continuously, even in Marvel, DC, they continuously run these mythologies out, but it's not necessarily, it's just like shit going on. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily something that's like, all right, Satan, you bother me. Satan is Saturn. Satan is Set. It's the opposer. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the energy of Satan, whatever, can be used internally. And then when you take these things internally, they don't have as much power per se. You can like internalize them and transmute them into what you want to see, because of the opposing energy. You're just using the polarity. It's like working out. It's exercise. Instead of like using Satan as an external energy and thinking of it as that, you can use it as, it could be used as an internal energy, because Satan is the ultimate competitor, the opposer, Father Time, Saturn, Chronos. You got niggas running around in rings, literally getting rings and getting timepieces, spend all that money for timepieces, and to watch it, the time of the day is it's free. You know what I'm saying? But why does that cost so much? Why does that mean? Because Saturn is always representative of what's going on with Chronos and Saturn, even through the course of quote-unquote money, because Saturn is also tied to the moon. You know what I'm saying? Once you tie that, you know, connection as well. Saturn Moon Matrix. Google or YouTube Saturn Moon Matrix. You'll see a lot of videos about how that connects. You know what I'm saying? And also Saturn, Set, all of that. Father Time is undefeated in the physical world. And they say the only thing that's undefeated is Father Time. So if Father Time is undefeated, we use that because we all grow old for the most part. Whether or not that's, you know, changeable or transmutable is, in the physical world, at least with the current bodies that we have, I don't necessarily agree to death, so to speak, but I know there's transformation. So this body, the body's age because of the environment that we in, where we choose to incarnate and all of that. So Father Time is undefeated. Satan is undefeated. Saturn is undefeated. Even though he got chopped up, he ain't died. You know what I'm saying? He's still living through the people, so to speak. So, you know what I'm saying? That energy can be utilized as the ultimate opponent. Like, all right, it's not necessarily a race against time or a fight against time or any of that. It's just knowing that there's an opposing energy. That's yin and yang. It's always going to oppose what you got going on. And the more powerful you become, you know, we become, the more, you know, the power that the opposing energy comes. It's like if you're training or something, you get nice in whatever sport. After a while, you're not gonna be playing in, you know, bum ass leagues anymore. You're gonna step it up to professionals and so on and so forth. And the competition gets harder. The opposition, the opposer gets harder. That's the representation of Saturn. So you can use this energy on Saturday, on any day, but Saturday to make this shit pop. And do what you do internally. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to tap into that real fast. And as you can see, namaste. Also, another oppositional energy in regards to yoga and all of that. Stretching your body. Yoga equals name Sat. Namaste.